Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another War Commander video. This one is on Sector Breach. This one is on the Conqueror set for all levels. Easy, fast, instant repair, and you can do this. So I want to show you the way that they've done this event is rather than just doing every single base the same way, they've changed it up so that you'll have to use different units for different bases. There's different units that are strong against certain bases which have weaknesses against those units. Base 1 is weak against the Harkin and the Orions. Actually, there's nothing on this base that can shoot the Harkin or the Orions except for the Sea Wizard. Bring the Harkin in, attack the CC. It doesn't matter which direction you come in, and then nothing else will take any damage. It's a little bit slow and monotonous. Put it on Ruby, and then just you can leave this base. We'll come back to it at the end so that we can do the repair, but now we're going to do the base 2. This is the um, Conqueror set base 2, and I'm just showing you the units that I'm using. Those Lancers won't take any damage at all. There's only one thing on this base that'll really cause any damage, and you bring your hero in and kill this one railgun right here, which is an epic railgun. Now, he'll take a little bit of damage, but it'll be free repair. Just make sure he targets the railgun immediately and doesn't focus on anything else. Um, then you can just bring these other units in. I'm going to target this um, tank right here, but you don't have to. It doesn't matter. They're not going to take any damage. All of the voltagers there are locked down. They're not going to be able to run. Now we come back to base 1 here, just to show you that none of the units took any damage except for the Harkin. And the Harkin is still free repair. So we're just going to speed it up by bringing the Harkin over here for whatever reason. They were right there and they didn't kill those buildings. Something else was a higher priority. So I'm just going to bring the Harkin back over here. And I think there's one more building up at the top as well. And the Harkin killed those two spiders as well. Once that building up there is done, this base is done. We can do the instant repair on the map. Now, it doesn't matter what unit you bring in for base 1 because you're using air, so it doesn't matter. I'm using Lady Akiko because I don't use her very much in this event. There are uses for her, but I find using Warfront better than her. You can use her on the third base, Lady Akiko, but I find Warlord Warfront better on the third Conqueror base. Um, and sometimes you'll take like literally no damage at all on the number 3 base. It just depends on if you get lucky. So this is the third base. All of these voltagers are aggressive, which kind of makes it a little bit hard. Um, so what we want to do is we're going to bring in Warlord Warfront, and I want to destroy that academy. And and when I destroy that academy, um, I'm going to draw out that voltager. But before I do that, I want to have my um, legendary bounty hunter in place. The legendary bounty hunter is probably the most powerful legendary unit. He can take the most hits, and he puts out the strongest hit. You saw he killed that Voltager. He one-shot that Voltager. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use Warfront to destroy all the little um, riflemen and everything because I don't want my bounty hunter to focus on those guys. I want them to. I don't want there to be anything there for him to shoot other than the Voltager. Now I have found out that there's a kind of a little glitch, and that is that on the north side of the map, for some reason the bounty hunter doesn't shoot. And in order to get him to shoot, you either have to put him on defensive or, and I'll show you that right here. And that's part of the problem um, that we'll have. We're gonna like work our way around. And what I'm doing here is I'm using Warlord Warfront's bouncing Bettys. I think that's what they're called to to take out all the railguns. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't looked at this base, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of epic turrets on this base. I have to look at it. I haven't looked at it because this works for me, so I didn't need to waste a view, but I probably should. I probably should go look at it to see which ones I don't have to worry about and which ones I do. That would actually speed it up a little bit. I'm just trying to be careful with all the inside ones. I've shot most of the outside ones in the past, but you can use all these inert buildings, all these airports, all these walls, all these heavy flaks, and so forth to try to get the bouncing Bettys to take out the railguns. There's two things on this base: the railguns and the and the voltagers, which sort of cause a problem for um, your ground units. And if you want to bring your air in here, it's just too much stuff here against your air. Um, so um, I have brought air in to help out, but only on the outside portion of the base. You can't really get to the inside portion of the base. But I like to keep it simple. I like to keep it very simple. Another reason I need to look at this base is I need to see where the landmines are. Excuse me, which I don't know where the landmines are, but I haven't hit any yet, so I'm assuming that the landmines are inside the base, or maybe they're not there at all. So far we haven't really taken any damage on the bounty hunter at all, and we haven't really taken any damage on the warfront at all. We've just been sort of getting lucky bounces on those. Now I know that this railgun right here, I can just shoot it. The one thing on this base that sort of gives me a problem is that there is a, what is it called? It's a hero, sort of like I can't remember what her name is, but she's a hero on his base, and she's like a mechanized infantry, and she's going to come out a little bit like Warfront, but not Warfront. The hero called, what's her name, Rosie or something like that, and she's a little bit hard to kill, and she does cause a little bit of damage for me because um, my bounty hunter didn't shoot her. My bounty hunter should have shot her and killed her, and then I would have been basically without damage here. But I had to grab the bounty hunter and put it on defensive in order for the bounty hunter to shoot her. So, and I'm not 100% that's Rosie. I don't know what the name of that unit is, but you'll see it. It's the in the center of the base there. You can see it right there. It is a mechanized infantry. I think it's Rosie. It looks like, and that's another thing. If I view the base, I'll be able to tell what the name of that unit is. It doesn't matter. What you do is um, when you bring Bounty Hunter up here, put him on D. the key D, and then he will shoot whatever comes out near him. And I forgot to do that on this turn here. I forgot to put him on D, and then he wasn't shooting. He doesn't shoot anything at all. He just stands there, which is not what he's supposed to do. But on the north side of this base, he just doesn't shoot anything. See, he should have shot that tank already, so I have to grab him and make him shoot the tank, which is weird. It's a glitch. Now here comes that. As a matter of fact, that's not a war front, is it? That's not a war front, I don't think. Could be. Let me see. That might actually be another war front. That's what that is. That's a war front. So I thought it was Rosie, but it's a war front. Now, he's not shooting him, and so I have to take him and put him on defensive in order for him to shoot that, and that's where I got my damage. It's still free repair, it doesn't matter, but I shouldn't have taken that damage there. I shouldn't have taken any damage. And then this would have been basically a zero damage base. So you just work your way around the base like this, and using the whatever you call them, the bouncing betties, and you keep drawing out the voltagers, but you have the legendary bounty hunter there ready to kill the voltager. You see the legendary bounty hunter is invisible until the voltager gets into a certain range, but it's too late because the voltager is already targeting your warfront. And so he's not really thinking about the bounty hunter, and the bounty hunter shoots him and kills him before he can change his focus. And as you can see there, the bounty hunter took zero damage, and then the warfront just took a few, like a minute damage. So that's how I do 1, 2, and 3. It's super easy. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment. I also have a low level how to do the general bases. In this case, you can do the general bases so quickly that it's almost equal. It takes 4 minutes to do an entire set of the general bases, and so you can do two of those in less time than you can do one set of the Conquerors. So hope it was helpful, guys. Do whichever one you want. See you next time.